Hey everyone, and welcome back to Just a Little Casual, the podcast that helps you learn English in a simple, relaxed way.
That's right, I'm Kylie.
And I'm Jacob. We are so glad you could join us today.
Definitely. So, Jacob, what's our topics for today's episode?
Today, we are talking about something I think everyone has, or at least should have. We're talking about hobbies, and then we'll shift into favorite classes in school.
Ooh, hobbies. I love that topic to start off. For our listeners, a hobby is something you do in your free time, just for fun and enjoyment.
Exactly. It's not work, it's not chores, it's just something you do because you love it. So, to kick things off, Kylie, why don't you tell us about some of your hobbies?
I'd love to. My first big hobby is getting into new TV shows. I just love finding a new series and completely immersing myself in that world for a little while.
Oh, yeah, the classic binge watch.
Exactly, binge watching. For our listeners, that means watching many episodes of a show in a short amount of time. Sometimes I'll watch a whole season in one weekend if it's really good.
That's commitment. So, what kind of shows do you like? Comedies, dramas?
I like a little bit of everything, but I really love dramas with a bit of mystery. You know, the kind of show where you're always trying to guess what will happen next.
The cliffhangers.
Yes, a cliffhanger is when an episode ends at a very exciting moment, so you just have to watch the next one. Right now, I'm watching a show about a detective who solves crimes in a small town. Every episode has a new puzzle.
That sounds intriguing. Can you tell us a bit more about it without giving away any spoilers, of course? A spoiler is a detail that reveals something important about the plot, and we don't want to spoil the show for our listeners who might want to watch it.
Of course, I'll be careful. The show is called The Maple Creek Mysteries. The main character is a detective who moves from the big city to a small, quiet town called Maple Creek. She thinks it will be a peaceful place to live, but she quickly discovers that the town has a lot of secrets.
Wow, I'm on the edge of my seat just hearing about it.
Now, I want to go off topic a little bit, but I've recently gotten into gardening. I started with a few small pots of herbs on my windowsill, and now I have a whole vegetable patch in my backyard.
Whoa, that's a big leap from windowsill herbs to a vegetable patch. What are you growing?
Tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers, and I'm trying my hand at strawberries. It's so rewarding to watch them grow from a tiny seed into something you can eat.
That's amazing. I bet it tastes so much better than store-bought vegetables. Now, back to TV. Do you have any other hobbies besides becoming a part-time detective through your TV?
I do. My other main hobby is maybe a bit more modern. I love watching fun TikTok videos.
Okay, I can see that. It's easy to get lost scrolling through those.
It really is. Scrolling is when you move up or down on your phone screen to see more content. I just find it so entertaining. You can see funny videos, learn a new recipe in 60 seconds, or see people doing amazing dances.
Right, there's a huge variety.
Exactly. It's like a little burst of fun. I don't need to commit to a whole hour-long episode of a show. I can just watch a few short videos when I have a break.
That makes sense. It's a very different kind of entertainment. So, TV shows and TikTok. Very cool hobbies, Kylie.
Thanks, Jacob. All right, now it's your turn. Tell us and our listeners about your hobbies.
Okay, so my first hobby is something very American, I think. I love watching baseball.
Baseball. Okay, I know very little about sports. Do you have a favorite team?
Of course, you have to have a favorite team. I'm a huge fan of the New York Yankees. I try to watch every game I can.
So when you're a fan of a team, you could say you root for them, right?
Exactly. You root for your team. You support them and hope they win. I just love the strategy of baseball. It's not just about hitting a ball. There's so much thinking involved. And the atmosphere at a game is incredible. Thousands of people all cheering for the same thing. Plus, you get to eat hot dogs.
Okay, I do like hot dogs. So for our listeners who don't know baseball, can you explain a simple term? Like, what's a home run?
Great question. A home run is the best thing a batter can do. It's when they hit the ball so far that they can run around all four bases and score a point, called a run, all at once. It's very exciting.
That sounds amazing. A home run must be a really exciting moment in a game. Have you ever seen a game-winning home run in person?
Yes, I have. A few years ago, I was at a Yankees game and it was the bottom of the ninth inning. That's the very end of the game. The score was tied, which means both teams had the same number of points. Our best player came up to bat, and with one swing, he hit a massive home run. The crowd went wild. It was an amazing moment.
Okay, I get it now. See, learning English and baseball at the same time. So, what's your other hobby?
My other hobby is also on a screen like yours, but it's a bit more interactive. I love playing video games.
A gamer. What kind of games do you play?
I mostly play role-playing games, or RPGs. In these games, you create a character and go on big adventures in a fantasy world. You have to complete quests, fight monsters, and make your character stronger.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It can be, but it's fun work. It's like being the hero of your own movie. Right now, I'm playing a game where I'm a knight trying to save a kingdom from a dragon.
Wow, very heroic. So, what do you do in the game?
Well, I explore, I talk to other characters, and I have to level up. To level up means to improve your character's skills and abilities, making them more powerful. It's really satisfying to see your character grow stronger over time.
I can see why that would be fun. It's like a different form of storytelling, one that you can control.
Exactly. It's a great way to relax and just escape from the real world for a bit.
That's really the point of a hobby, isn't it? To escape and do something you enjoy.
I think so. Whether it's watching a show, a sport, scrolling videos, or playing a game, hobbies are so important for relaxing and de-stressing.
I totally agree. They give our brains a break from work or school and let us focus on something fun.
And sometimes you can even learn things, like you just learned what a home run is.
That's true. So let's do a quick recap of some of the useful words and phrases we used today for our listeners.
Great idea. We started with hobby, which is an activity done for pleasure in your free time.
Right. Then we had binge watch, which means to watch many episodes of a TV series in a row.
And scrolling, which is moving up and down on a phone or computer screen.
For the sports fans, we learned to root for a team, which means to support them.
And finally, for the gamers, to level up, which means to improve your character's abilities in a video game.
Now to kind of shift gears into what we used to do for hobbies when we were in school.
Yes. Now, I will say, my hobbies really haven't changed much since high school. I still enjoy sports and video games. I guess the only thing that you can say is that technology updated, but back in the day, I was pretty good at baseball. I really felt like I could play professionally.
Well, what happened to that dream?
Well, unfortunately, I got hurt my junior year, and I never was the same after that. I hurt my arm, and I just couldn't throw like I used to.
Oh, wow. I am so sorry to hear that.
It's okay. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm happy with where I'm at. What about you, Kylie? What was something you did back in your day?
Well, I played sports too. I loved soccer, or as the rest of the world calls it, football. But I really enjoyed running track and playing soccer. Nothing crazy, but I was good.
I believe you. But knowing you now, I never would have guessed you were involved in sports. Who would have known?
I don't share a lot, but I've done a lot.
You sure have. Well, to transition into our next topic, what about our favorite classes?
Great question. I'll go first. My favorite class was always lunch.
Now, wait a minute. That's not a real class.
I know, but it was definitely my favorite part of the day. Sitting next to all of your friends and talking about whose house we're going to next and who's dating who and just all of the fun stuff that we did in our lives. And I also miss the very little responsibility we had, too.
Oh, of course. I will always miss that. And yes, I agree that lunch was great for that very reason. But what about a real class? What were your favorites?
Well, I had two classes that I really enjoyed. The first one is history.
Yes, history. Great start.
I really liked history because I really liked learning about where the world came from. I like learning about how everything started and how we got to the present day.
I have to agree with you on this. It's so much fun learning history because of how unique it is.
Now, my other favorite class is science. There was always something crazy going on in that class.
Yes, I feel like labs were the best.
They were. It was fun just being able to work with friends on various projects. Well, what about you, Jacob? What were your favorite classes?
Well, I actually have 3 favorite classes, and the first one is mathematics, or math.
Yuck, I hated math in school. How did you like it?
Well, I felt I understood everything pretty easily, so I just liked it because I was good at it.
I guess that makes sense, but you'll never catch me liking math ever.
My next class that I liked was English, and for those who are listening, English is the study of reading, writing, and comprehension.
So far, both of your picks were my least favorites.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Well, I really enjoyed writing. I felt I was really good at it and I excelled. My teachers always loved my reports.
Not in my case. I always got my stuff handed back to me in a sad manner, like I was in trouble.
Well, anyways, my last pick, and this technically counts as a class, was gym class.
Okay, you reeled me back in. I loved gym too.
Yes, finally, something we agree on. Gym was great, especially when I was in middle school, because it was just about games. We played dodgeball, kickball, wiffle ball. We literally played it all.
Now, last thing before we go, favorite teachers. Let's talk on that.
Oh, perfect. Well, nothing beats my favorite teacher in Mr. Winkle. He was the best gym teacher in elementary school, and he was so laid back and did not care about what we did. He just made gym class very fun for me going forward.
What's one core memory you have with him?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is we were playing dodgeball, and it was a very close game, and it was getting crazy. But all in all, it came down to two people, myself and one of my best friends at the time, who just so happened to be on the other team, was the other last person left. And it was a very tough game, and unfortunately, my friend had all of the dodgeballs on his side. So things were looking very bleak for me. But then, out of nowhere, Mr. Winkle had his own dodgeball and was on my team and threw it at my best friend and got him out, and I ended up winning the game. Now, you can say that I cheated, but at the time, Mr. Winkle was the one who made the rules, therefore no one could argue it.
How? That sounds like a funny memory. I could definitely see why he is one of your all-time favorites.
Well, now it's your turn, Kylie. Who was your favorite teacher growing up?
Well, my favorite teacher didn't come along until I was in high school, more specifically my senior year of high school. Her name was Miss Smith.
Now, what was it that made her your favorite, Kylie?
I think what it really came down to is that she acted like a second mother to me. She always was wondering what I was doing that day. We talked every day like we were best friends because we really were. And she just overall made a lot of motherly decisions for me and was just always looking out for me. She gave me a lot of good advice, and her friendship is always going to be something I will always cherish.
That sounds amazing, Kylie. If you don't mind me asking, are you still in contact with her?
Yes, we still chat from time to time, and every couple months we get lunch just to keep in contact. Doing little stuff like that with someone who was so inspirational to you just means a lot to them at the end of the day.
Of course, I'm very happy for you.
Perfect. Well, we'd love to hear about your hobbies and your favorite classes. You can comment down below and we'll do our best to respond.
Yes, please do. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for listening to Just a Little Casual.
We hope you enjoyed it and learned a little something new. We'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.